Koch Funeral Home is happy to be partnering with Footprints in the Field to help create a meaningful pregnancy and infant loss remembrance garden. We invite you to join us in this initiative by giving a gift of funding, time, and/or resources.
I'm Chris Stubbs.
I'm Jennifer Stubbs. We were surprised to find out that we were expecting several years ago, and things had been going fairly well. We had regular doctor's appointments, and we had a test that didn't come back right. Doctors were suddenly really concerned. And then we were brought into a small conference room in the doctor's office that didn't have an exam table and just had a bunch of awkward chairs to sit. And that's when our doctor told us that our child was incompatible with life. And those are the moments that for me are seared in my memory of, I feel like I could still hear the clock ticking loudly and the awkward shuffling. I don't think we'll ever be the same. I think it's one of those moments that changes you forever. I think we were both really moved when we heard the plans to create a remembrance garden. When we were coming to terms with saying goodbye to our son, I think we were both really fortunate that we heard from other families that had walked a similar path. And it was helpful to see those families continue to live full lives, to kind of model what grieving was supposed to be. And while everyone's path is different, it was helpful to know that there's going to be a day that I can get through a shower without crying, that there's going to be life in a happy way. So when we heard about the garden, I think it was the realization that there's a true community there of people that have experienced loss and want to help to support others. I think it's going to be a really peaceful place that can provide healing to those that are probably navigating their darkest days.
Yeah, I think, when you lose a child, you want to know that they had an impact on the world the same way that they had an impact on you. And a physical space, and the garden is a beautiful example of that, I think, is so powerful in that way for us and I think for so many families.
So when someone loses a child or a pregnancy, there isn't always a physical space to grieve. And I think our hope is that this garden will provide a space for families to be able to go and pay tribute to their loved ones. And I hope in providing that safe space of remembrance, we'll be able to give those families a little bit of peace. When you lose someone that has lived a full life, you have the option to bury that person or have a space for them in a cemetery. And that's not always the case for a family that has lost a young child or a pregnancy. So this remembrance garden is going to be that space. We're embarking on a small fundraising campaign because we want to beautify the space and really make it someplace that is a destination for the families that are seeking that comfort. We envision a small park along the edge of a pond that overlooks a valley and a beautiful mountain in the distance. There will be river stones that can be engraved with the names of children if the families choose to do so. There's going to be several places for families to sit and gather, a couple of benches and a gazebo. But really it's just creating a sacred space for families regardless of religious background, that they can just come and feel close to their child.
To get more information, visit our Facebook page at Footprints in the Field. To financially support our efforts, go to www.gofundme.com/f/footprintsinthefield. To learn about project updates, check the Koch Funeral Home website at www.kochfuneralhome.com.